Oh boy. Welcome to a second stream. Don't usually do streams like this, but I thought I would give it a shot, see what I can do, see what we can do here. Well, I'm gonna say welcome to basically everything, really. That's basically everything. We're doing the second half of the season of Williams Racing career mode. This is a 10 race season, and the second half, I'm saying half, but that's technically not exactly half because you've got 6 races to go, including race 5. I'm gonna try to do it today. The goal is to see if there is going to be any progress. It's a sprint weekend, much like Austria that I did in the previous one, where Fernando Alonso won. So let's take a look at the standings. Red Bull is leading. Ferrari made some massive gains. It's basically a three-way fight between Aston Martin, Ferrari, and Red Bull. We're in 6th. Albon has been getting the majority of our points. He's currently placed 10th overall. Sargeant is being outside the points, just outside. Heyo, hello, welcome back, welcome to the stream. I'm curious to see where the car was. I believe the car is now solidly at the top of the midfield. I am not 100% sure. Let's take a look at that. F2, let's keep an eye on what's going on down here. Theo Pourchaire is now on 2 race wins and 2 podiums. It's looking pretty great. Seems to be a potential replacement for Sargeant if Sargeant does not gain any points. So I'm willing to give Sargeant the benefit of the doubt if and only if he scores points in the next 6 races. He needs to score a level of points that, not the level of points that Alex has been getting. He's on 13 points all on his own, but some level of points. Let's look at the car. Car analysis. The car is pretty much the midfield. It's a very decent midfield. We need to start looking into upgrades potentially. Once these are in, they'll be in after. I believe they'll be in after the. Yeah, these research will be done before Spa, and then that's when we start doing upgrades again. So took a look at wow. Let's take a look at our facilities. Development facilities are all fine. Staff facilities, race simulator is looking pretty good. We are having a goal for ourselves that we are not. We can refurbish that. That's not an issue. We need to look into getting these 4 into Spec 2. Just overall. Because that does mean, I think we will start with CFD once we get over 21 million here as in our savings, because I feel like that might be the best to now. And Carbon Test Center is also potentially pretty good. It affects the downforce, engine cooling a little quite drastically. Basically doubles everything. Suspension simulator also doubles everything. But I think CFD has the biggest effect overall. Wind tunnel might also be a very useful one. Our downforce right now is 0.255. That would just kind of overall be good. We can look into getting some upgrading done for the race simulator in case we decide we want to get Theo Pocher in. Increase his abilities. But I think with that, we're okay for now. Let's do a driver scouting for... We have him already. Let's take a look at who is the second place in the championship, actually, in F2. It's Ralph Bouchon with 2 podiums. Zane Maloney is actually very strong in the sprints because he's got 2 sprint wins. Okay, so after 4 races, Pocher is the farthest forward, but the race wins has been literally only Deruvla or Theo Pocher. So I think Deruvla might just be someone we should keep an eye on. He's not interested right now, but that should be fine. Let's get into... Okay, development, go here. Okay, there's some fatigue. Pit crew, they're a bit wary. That's not something we can work on. Okay, let's take a look at the car. 5th, that means that's the 3rd best car, right? Because 1, 3, and 5, 3rd best in high speed. In low speed, it's the 4th best. So we've got the 3rd or 4th best car overall. Okay, in terms of cornering. I think velocity we're a little lower, but that's fine. We're not the worst car on the grid. Let's go to race prep. Performance targets. Q2 and Q3 and qualifying position. That's, all 3 are going to be something we're going to work on. Finish position 15th or above. That's seems like the thing we want to try and do. Let's get into the race weekend. The sprint weekend at Silverstone. The expectations at the moment. The expectations I have right now.
To the home of British motor racing.
It's very loud. Okay. I have a very specific outlook on everything, my opinion. Reports. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any rain. Let's go into practice sessions. We're going to start off with car setup, and we're going to change just one aspect of it for both drivers. And we're just gonna go, we're gonna manage practice 1. That's important for Albon and Sargeant. I'm gonna send them out. And we're gonna send out Sargeant as well. A little bit of a distance. We just want there to be a level of relaxation from either one. Okay, what's the first lap like? 31.7. I believe they're on soft. Okay, so we are the 2nd best right now in soft. I just want to make sure that we're okay. Alonso, the hards with Alonso, just okay. The tire difference is something we need to keep an eye on. Overall. Okay, what's the difference? Not bad. Okay, he's about 2/10 off, a 1/10.5 off of Albon. Sargeant runs a little wide. That's not an issue. It's a non-issue for me. I'm curious to See if we're gonna get a very quick setup or not. Setup seems... It seems like we can...
Feedback on limitation.
Is the car okay?
Copy that.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so that setup did give us a level of okay. We're gonna start with that now. And okay. There we go. We'll run that one on both of those guys. What that will do is that I will be more curious. So there seems to be like a 7/10, right? A second off of Perez. But the difference between Sainz, Magnussen, and Albon is a 1/10. That's... or 4/10. Okay, time to see what these guys can do overall. Can we see some level of acceptance? Actually, that's the goal. Are we gonna get some kind of... I want to get 90%. That's what I want to get overall. I feel like 90% on a satisfaction might be good. So Sargeant running wide on those tires has made it so that his... just everything is just barely not working. Right, his tires are now, what is it, 10% more worn than that of Albon's. I mean, I could put him on a little bit of a... just lighten up a little bit. You too, Albon. Just lighten up on the tires a little. We want to use just this tire for FP1.
Can I have some tire feedback? Tire feedback.
Tires are gone.
Copy.
And tires are gone, but I think they still will hold on just barely. We'll just barely hold on.
All okay.
Balance is pretty good.
Copy.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that will be a setup that can be run. Okay, that's a decent setup that we can potentially run. That's 80%. I think that's good enough after the first practice run. Okay, time to see what a single soft tire run will do. You do a two laps fueling, and we'll push him into a little bit of free air there. We'll get a decent run. It's within 2/10, 3/10 of Perez. That should kind of mean that we have some level of pace here every time we run just the hards. feel like that might be a good thing. Well, ooh. Preparation is not great. So what we're gonna do
Welcome to qualifying.
is that we're just gonna revert. This is gonna be a minor change, but it's gonna be a good change for Albon. I am very confident about that. So let's get into qualifying. And let's see what we can do. Okay. Dry conditions, track details, there's gonna be no rain, no nothing, so let's take a look at what... Okay, Perez is coming out now. We'll send out Albon first. It's right behind Hulkenberg. Go Sargeant behind Norris. Norris might not hold them up. Yeah, who else is on an outlap? Okay, Alonso is on an outlap. Albon might get held up slightly. Okay, time to see what the lap times are like. Comparatively. Here's to see. 25.5, 25. Okay, Sargeant is a little quicker in the first sector. 37.8. 37.7.
Okay, so just keep an eye on the delta, just be slightly negative if you can.
Just second down.
Brakes on the way in.
Yep.
Sargeant is 4/10 off of Perez. Okay, that means the car has pace, has a lot of pace.
Copy.
Albon was just held up massively. That's basically what we're saying right now. His confidence is high. Okay. I'm liking how this is looking for both drivers. Setup. Okay, he's on great. He's on 90% satisfaction with that run. So, gonna put him on the same set of tires. Yeah, we're gonna keep him on the same set of tires. I think Sargeant might be safe. You know what? I'm gonna have them ready for that run. Okay, well, you know what? Run plan. We'll do double push laps. We'll do 2 flying laps because that'll just... I think Sargeant might be safe. Ethan! How you doing, buddy? I think Sargeant might be safe. Alex might not be. Yeah, I think he's definitely not safe. 2/10 off. It's 2/10 to getting knocked out. Okay. Send Albon out now. And Norris. Where's Norris? He's on a flying lap. Okay, time to see what happens. Getting held up quite literally.
Be checkered flag.
Albon did get through. You're gonna stay up all night? Why would you stay up all night? Nothing to do tomorrow? Dang. That's why do I... Okay, I'm gonna put Albon on a brand new set. What to do tomorrow? That's great. I have work tomorrow, to be honest. So and tonight I have a party. My big boss is leaving. A mini hell. gonna send Sargeant out right behind some, like not right behind. Why does I send him out right behind Sonoda actually? What do you mean by mini hell, Ethan? You've been spiraling. Ooh. It's not great. No. 10th off
So keep the
Ocon.
delta negative where you can. Okay, Alex. That's that run done. So go switch in.
Okay.
Magnus is
P7.
quickest guy on
Some good
track.
lap. Go in, go in.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm gonna put them on new tires. Oof.
Currently P5. Yeah, that's a good lap.
There we
That's a good lap.
go.
Select go in lap.
Yeah, copy.
These are some decent laps, but I'm not sure if you can make it. I think we've made it. Let's go. Not leave basic way. Dang. What is AFER? I don't even know what that means. Okay, Q3 needs to be done masterfully, and we need to make it so that we have no role to play. So I will do Q3 simulation. That'll save some time, but it will give us Sargeant out qualifies Albon. That's pretty good. Okay, time to see if we can make some minor changes. I feel like that might be a decent minor change. I think the bell has gone off in my place. I want to simulate FP2. Curious to see what happens. It does improve the setup just a little bit. I do like it.
Welcome back as the drivers gear themselves up for today's sprint. The
We
results
always
of which
simulate here.
will determine
Nah,
the grid
always
for the Grand Prix.
hard sell. FP1 I don't. In this particular save I don't do simulating FP1 because I want to see what I can do for the setup. Can I get it to close to 80-90%? And then I hand it over for FP2 and FP3. Since it's sprint weekend, FP1 is even more important. I need to be more safe with my baseline setups. Mediums, softs will get us to the end with both drivers, I believe. Is there going to be any weather? No, there's not going to be any weather playing a role. You know what? I'm going to leave that there. I want it to be like medieval hanging in the middle of town. You want to be banned? Why would you want to be banned? Okay. No swap strategy is the way to go, I think. Oh, cars popping in on the
Silverstone
sidelines.
is ready. The sprint is about to get underway. And it's
Alright.
lights out, and away we go.
Okay, turn on ERS Battle Assist. And I feel like we should go this and high risk overtakes. This, high risk overtakes. And we go aggressive with the tire usage.
overtake if you need.
Okay. Can Albon... Okay, is everyone on softs? Everyone's on softs.
Okay, there's a big crash.
Verstappen has crashed. Oh
Be
boy.
careful on start finish. A lot of debris.
What has happened? There's something going on. Oh, they used the Silverstone crash audio. Okay, everyone's on softs, but not everyone's on brand new softs. Feel like maximum attack is an opportunity here. Is a possibility and it can be used. Okay, high speed corners is where this car is pretty strong. Band would be the way you want to go. That means you will never get to return. Just FYI, just putting that out there. Okay, Albon is now catching Russell. Okay, the tire wear is now kicking in for the rest of the grid. Oh, come on, Albon. Make it past. Okay, they're starting to now get struggles. People are starting to struggle. Russell is starting to struggle. There we go. I think we might get a P6 and 7. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Ethan. Tire wear for Sainz is pretty bad. What's the time difference? Albon is lapping faster than Sainz in these particular laps. He's on par with Sainz. Now he's 2 tenths quicker. Final lap. P6 and 7 to start the race.
Alonso has done it. Fernando Alonso is today's Grand Prix winner.
Flag is out. P6.
Well done, guys.
And there we have it. P6 and 7. Sargeant has gotten points on the board.
Okay, check a flag.
Which is good. I'm in a good position tomorrow. That's a very good
That's
and controlled way of viewing it. Well done, Logan. 2 points on the board. It's looking absolutely great. Results, reports, results. I mean, this is great to see. I love it. I love seeing that there is just some level of improvement here. But let's get into the race. The race might just be a simple one-stop, medium to hard, and then in case for safety car or a red flag, we'll go a little early. I mean, that's gonna be the way I'm gonna try to go with this.
the British
I
Grand
think
Prix
we
is
could
nearly
even
upon us.
go for a
Anticipation is high. And
very
the drivers are ready
unlikely
for this. The
two-stop.
British Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
No worries, Ethan.
And
I don't
away
really
we
care. I
go.
think I can turn off the chat.
Big
Okay.
crash, watch out.
Here's battle
Just
assist needs
remember
to be
in the
turned
main
on.
straight might still be some debris.
We're gonna put these guys on high attack modes. I'm gonna go aggressive, but not.
And yes, yes, we have. We've
There's a
had
crash that's
What
happened.
happened there?
It's off the line. And that's a massive. Oh, that's not so happy.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
Pierre Gasly is now the back of the grid. I'm not gonna do any team orders just yet. I just want to see what Sargeant can do. Can Sargeant keep this momentum going? Or is the pace just that much? Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna say, do not fight teammate, just briefly. There we go. Let your teammate carry you forwards, because that's saving us a few
We've got a
positions
yellow
even.
flag here.
Because Albon is quicker than Ocon. The fact that he's caught up is customary, is showing that that's the level that he's working at. Sargeant is unable to keep up, but Ocon is dropping off. Why is Ocon dropping off? Doesn't seem like the tires should be dropping off that drastically, and that quickly even. Is Albon catching the top 5? There's
a
another
yellow flag
crash.
now. Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner. Cutting it so close. And oh, that's obviously far from intentional, but there was contact. That will have knocked the...
Okay, that seems like a very... There's a yellow flag 63, but that's fine. Okay, can Sargeant make it back to P7? He is looking towards attempting that. Ocon somewhere finds some pace somewhere. P7 and 8 is just a very good thing. Okay, that's
And now
another
we've had a
crash.
crash.
There's another crash. Seems like everything is happening here. Ooh, it's Yuki Tsunoda once again. Again in that turn. He's trying to hold position, but there's people are just going past him. Which is just sad to see, honestly. Okay. Oh,
You okay?
Ocon.
2 secs. There's been a crash.
Apart. This will put us on a very awkward strategy. Okay. Is he back on the same mediums? I've hoped he's not on the mediums. I might have... I forgot to change it to... Oh boy. Okay.
Something was a bit strange.
Yes, stand by.
Oh, his Q box is damaged. Oh boy. It's a minor damage, but it's okay. Yeah, they booted up and chose. Sargeant might also just be not the person we are relying on here. Okay, we're gonna pit Gonna pit Sargeant to the hard, and
Box,
then we're
Logan,
gonna
box.
pit.
Yeah, copy box.
Sargeant onto the soft. We're gonna do a double soft run, soft and then a medium run. He's in P17, but now he needs to make up positions until there's some kind of. He's just gonna go maximum attack. I literally couldn't care less. And Sargeant's gonna go to the end with this. I need Sargeant to just make it to the points. Ocon has made up. Albon has made up a lot of positions. Sargeant is staying ahead of the both Mercedes cars, which is great to see, but yeah. Albon is now 16, 15, 14. He's catching by about a second a lap, which is 41 starts, need 12.9. 42 starts, 12.4. Now he's slowed down a little bit, but he's still like every 2 laps. He's already 11th. 10th means he gets points, but okay. It's time to pit him again onto the softs, because otherwise he's not going to make it to the end. You know what? No, we're going to go on mediums with him. Oh no, soft is absolutely the way to go. Comes out in 13th, but now P10 is a possibility. I want to get double points this time around. There we go. Brand new softs does mean that he's Albon, the only guy on a 3-stop with 3 laps to go. Nah, he's not gonna get points. Yeah, Albon is not gonna make it. Nah, he's not gonna make it to the points. Unfortunate, but Sargeant does deliver when we needed it.
Alonso has done it! Fernando Alonso is today's Grand Prix winner.
Really solid job there, mate. I think you did well.
He did very well. Albon absolutely did
Well,
incredibly.
what an incredible drive today.
And it's looking pretty decent. Yeah, does suck quite badly, but I think it's okay, considering that he was Esteban Ocon was the one who crashed him out. But he just—I don't know how Esteban Ocon still stayed up there. 5-second penalties. That should have been basically a game over for him, but it wasn't. Williams still gets 11 points, customary off of Logan Sargeant getting 6. And then the Sprint Weekend getting us some points as well. So, still enough points. We need to beat Alpine. There are 9 points. No, they're 11 points ahead of us. And another, 19 points ahead of us is Mercedes. So, we have a chance to get to P4 if we do well. So, Mercedes is the last team with a podium on the to their name. The other cars, all teams don't have any podium. So we need to join the podium club. I think that's the goal right now. Logan Sargeant now 8 points behind his teammate, which is pretty decent. That's a very decent haul. Honestly. Fastest pit stop. We got the fastest pit stop in both ones, which means we've got... Oh, nice. That is very nice. I like that number. That is very nice. It's true. That is a very nice one. We're beating Alpine, which is great to see. Oh, Albon had a very bad pit stop because of a, what is it? Because of a tire error. That's unfortunate, but that could have gotten us into the points actually, I think. That's some good stuff. 3.3 million added to the bank, which will get us over 21 million, which means we can do a CFD facility upgrade. Alright, voter confidence is high. We get another 1.5. This is 23 million. We can now do a facility upgrade. Let's start with... I think we'll start with CFD upgrade. I think that might be the best thing to choose right now. That is 10 million, but we will have 30 million left. The car part test center will be the next one we're gonna look for. Replace the front wing. And powertrains, he is still on his first set, which means now this is gonna become a practice set, which means we need to start doing the switching jobs. Okay, the board room has been fixed. Development. That's some massive developments for Sargeant. Okay, let's take a look at the standings. Let's look at the F2 standings as well. We've looked at the normal ones. F2 standings. Theo Pourchaire increasing his grasp on the championship. Jack Doohan joins the party as well. I think we will let Theo Pourchaire finish up. I'm gonna compare him to overall rating. He's only 4 off of Theo Pourchaire would be a massive improvement, actually. They're very closely matched. Sargeant is decently improving, but Pourchaire is very strong right now. But we want to give Sargeant the chance. We want to give it a chance. If Sargeant can score some podiums, we're going to be happy, right? That's it's given. So we've got some upgrades coming in very soon, but this will open up some stuff for us. Let's work on pit stop errors. Let's work on getting those errors down right now. Like a metro man. Ooh. I think we need to work on fatigue reduction first and foremost. And because they're exhausted. Teams are exhausted. F1 driver. Yeah, no, I know, I get it. Theo Pourchaire. His name is Theo. He's French. Let's pause the factory just briefly. Okay, let's go to facilities and we'll put the... Do we do suspension simulator or do a car parts test center? Let's do a car part test center as the next one. It's always the French. Yeah. French. The French people. Okay. We're not going to research, we're going to design a new front wing. Okay, we're going to have How much do we have left? 1.5. Let's do 0.4 and 6 there. Let's work on our. Let's work on our. Let's work on basically our airflow sensitivity. Let's go work on the front. And we'll work on the that. We just want to have some overall upgrades. I think this might be a decent move up. Let's work on our cooling as well. Just slightly. This will make it so that, what is it, 0.22? Which is pretty decent. Let's keep going. It sucks because it's true. Okay. You're gonna put 4 people here. That will be done for Spa. Yeah, let's start off with that. Gonna leave this that way, because that will make it means that once this is done, we get another 2 people added, so we can put 3 there, and then we can use the other guys to basically work on that. We want to work on rear wing as well, by the way. Okay, that's great. We want to work on our rear wing. Let's go to cars, and then we're gonna do the rear wing next. We're gonna. There we go. What that's gonna do is it's gonna mean that we're actually gonna work towards minor improvements in every aspect of the car. We want to make it so that there is just an overall improvement in every aspect of the car. Because I think that'll also be done in time. This will put us below 9 mil, but that's okay because that means that we have some. There we go, suspension is done. But we will get a decent amount of money coming in. Okay, let's work on a side pod. Let's do a side pod upgrade. What this will do is that it will. Oh, that's beautiful stuff. I mean, that's just a. I mean, that's just a minor improvement in every aspect of the car. I think that's what we need to focus on. Just improvements. Consistent improvements. We're at 8 mil. Now we've got 2 days come for the next one. There we go, underfloor. And we will instantly upgrade the underfloor as well. We'll work on the underfloor just to get this away. Get it away with. Get it over with. And now we're maximizing our car's potential. Let's focus on low speed. I mean, that's just. Our underfloor has just been lacking, apparently. Just overall, just been lacking massively. The small things matter. I mean, that's... We're not gonna do rushed upgrades because that's just... So this is all gonna come in before the Belgian Grand Prix. Then we need to consider whether or not we are going to develop development. It's some decent improvement. Okay, time to work on our pit stop times? No. Let's just go for errors. We're gonna fix errors now. We're gonna focus on pit stop errors as the way to... And there we have it. Yeah, we can pay 500k for just an improvement in how quickly everything comes in. So we're using our hours quite well. I think so. Let's take a look at our finance. Let's take a look at the cost cap. So our cost cap is 64%. 64 million is what we have left in our cost cap. We will not have the time to spend all of that. Let's be honest, right? Right now we're negative 9 mil in projection. This would mean that this is so breakdown. That's how much we're spending overall, right? We're spending more than we're getting in, but our projection shows that even after all of that, we'll have 60 million left over. If we stop spending altogether and it's just our regular spending, so no front ways, no development, no nothing, that's where we're gonna end up. Okay, what is it? Price share. Okay, so we are trying to get to 4th, which would mean that we're gonna vote for it because that would mean that that's what we're trying to make happen. Here we go, results. Let's go. Okay, that's gonna be the new prize divide. Okay, let's go to manufacture. We're gonna manufacture the front wing. We're gonna manufacture 4. They're gonna be all in at normal speed. They're gonna be in time. There's gonna be 900k. I just am hoping that all of this... Let's go to manufacture side pod. Is that gonna make an improvement? That's gonna be a minor improvement. Oof. Okay, it's gonna come in for at least one driver in time. Morale will increase, but that's okay. That we're okay with that. Manufacture the rear wing. That's gonna come in time for the Belgian Grand Prix. There's only one thing that's not gonna come in on time. Honestly. I feel like there's only one thing that's not gonna come in on time. Development. Okay, his reactions are now 80, which is his first aspect that has gone into the 80s. Which means our simulator is working. Yeah, we're gonna reschedule that media appearance. They're well rested. We're going to work on errors again. You know what? We're just gonna work on balance. We want to make it so that there's no chances of mistakes. That's basically what we're trying to focus on, I think. You know, we need to keep an eye on... Okay, these guys all have contracts for next season, so we're going to keep them as they are. So that's the only two people that have their contracts ending. Sargeant, if he gets... I think... Okay, so here's the thing. Because Teo Pocher is open to negotiating with us, I think we need to keep an eye on the fact that if, it's a very big if, it's a very big if, it's a very big if, I'm doing rushed because it's just gonna be a thing, but if he makes any damage happen, like any major damage that we need to fix or whatnot, what that's gonna do is it's gonna make it so that his position is gonna be at risk for us to bring Teo Pocher in for 2 seasons. That's basically what we're gonna try to see. Here is one more thing, right? We're gonna bring him in for 2 seasons. What that's gonna do is we're gonna see how much better Teo Pocher gets. He was at 77 overall. I want to see where Teo Pocher will be at the end of this season. Okay, first of all, does he win the Formula F2? This next thing, how much does he improve in the next 5 races? How much is that improvement? Is it enough to say like, oh, he's no longer... So let's take a look at things that he should be improving on. That's his overtaking, right? 64 is overtaking and smoothness and defending. If those things improve by even 1 click in the next 2 races, we know we have someone very amazing on our hands, and we can take a look at trying to see those improvements. Alright, next race is a normal race weekend, which means... Okay, we've got a certain level of car development coming in. I want to see where this car will be once we get to the race, before we put the upgrades on. And there's going to be 2 upgrades that will not be on Sargeant's car, that we need to just keep in mind. Okay, let's go to car. Let's go to car analysis. Okay, this is the rank on the grid. Okay, 9th, 11th, 13th, 11th. We're now gonna go into the upgrades. Rear wing was also an upgrade that came with everything. Side pod only on Logan's car, and underfloor also only on Logan's car because we do not have the 3rd part. Suspension is fine. Okay, let's take a look at the car analysis now. That puts us slam bang into the top. I do like that there is this level of understanding. I like it a lot. Okay. Time to start the race. So, these 3 is what we need to get. That's what we need to get as well. But we're not going to do the hot streak targets because the streaks are just going to cause some problems. Now, we expect Logan to not perform at the exact same
This
level.
weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province
close
of
enough.
Liège.
But close enough. There is some level of rain in FP1 and FP2, one of the 2 sessions. I'm hoping it's not too much, and it's not in FP1. There's gonna be a little bit of rain, but it's gonna die out very quickly.
That's great.
Okay, let's get it out.
Radio check. Copy that, excellent.
We think more rain is coming.
Copy.
45.2, still pretty dry.
The rain, Sergeant.
Copy, understood.
I mean, Alonso 1.5 seconds off. I mean, jeez, 3/10. Oh, never mind. It's not 2/10. Okay. Call car in, call car in. What that's gonna do is it's gonna put these guys onto... Ooh. So we can literally just edit this already. Gonna edit that right away.
Something's not right.
I'll come back to you.
Yeah, there's some minor gearbox wear. Okay. That's just gonna be a level of Gonna put them on inters. What that's gonna do is gonna P3 50, okay. 49s, oh. And 4s, that's quicker. .399s. 48.8s for Sargeant. 47.7 for Albon.
No further rain.
Okay.
Just check.
Okay. Alright. That's just the level of... Okay, that's great. So that means that we can just work with that. There we go. That's a lot of improvements. There's a lot of changes. Okay, there we go. Lap times are coming in. And let's put the tires to hards again. There we go. Put the tire back to hards and send them out. There we go. Time to see what these guys can do. First lap.
Are we happy with everything?
26 flat. .45.8.
And oh, what's
46.5.
happened there with Nick de Vries?
46.3. 44.9. 45.9. About a second off. 46.6. 46.4. 44.7. That's a great lap. 35.5. I mean, that's very closely matched. He was 10th quicker. 10th quicker. 46 flat. 45.2. Nice.
Okay, checker flag.
12th and 16th. On a setup that doesn't look like it's something that Albon might love. Now, we've only run hards. Hards are intermediate, so this is not a great showing of as to where this car actually is. This car should be pretty great. Okay, this is untested, but this looks like a decent setup. Okay, I'm going to make a minor improvement because we're not doing any running. Okay, so there is some level of understanding here. There we go. Now I'm curious to see what this simulation will do to the setup, because I want to know. Oh, sort of 10th, 12th. Okay, 10th, 12th is okay. Oh, wow. Logan Sargeant on intermediates was quicker than Alexander Albon on softs. He was the quickest intermediate runner. Okay, that is a very surprising thing to see. Okay, this is some good setup, but now we will put that there, and that will be a 90%, I would say. Okay, that's some on the edge type shit. Okay, what does this do? 8th, 15th, 85 and 89. They're good setups. We'll run with those for the qualifying. I believe
We're moving on
that
now.
will be for the best. And now it's time to run new parts. Press. And there we go. They're gonna be on new parts now from this point onwards, which means there's gonna be a crash. Let's go into manage qualifying. Q1 time. Okay, Albon's going out behind Alonso. Sarge will go out behind, I think, Leclerc. Okay, there's some level of staggering there. It's good enough. A 10th off of
Close to zero
Alonso.
for negative.
That's a
Let's
very
go.
good lap.
Copy.
But I feel like that lap was okay, so we know for a fact that Albon has all the new upgrades and Sargeant does not. But would that constitute there being that much of a pace difference? But Sargeant will have to do a second lap, but Albon doesn't. That seems a little much, honestly.
Currently P14.
Yeah, okay, this is
Go
gonna be a...
go in.
It'll be surprising if Sargeant even makes an improvement here. Does get through. Okay, Albon is absolutely in. It's definitely in. Sargeant is not. Alright. Albon doing what needs to be done. This should mean that he will get through. Okay, he's gonna start his first run in Q2 on the old softs. We're gonna go out right behind Perez. In between Perez and Verstappen, that's what we're doing here. Because we know for a fact that those two cars are faster than us. Which means that Albon is just gonna keep up with them.
So that's red.
Now Alex Albon is part of this.
What did I say?
And that's the moment the car plows into the wall. And that's a tough one to take for both drivers.
What did I say? I told you guys that he's got new upgrades, a whole new car, which means he's gonna crash. There's gonna be a crash. I knew it. I freaking knew it. That is so sad. B15. That means we've lost out on one sponsor objective, which is get into Q3, which we were basically ready for. We would have absolutely gotten into Q3. In time for the race. And this is why we had the backups. Okay. Alright, time to see if a soft medium. Yeah, soft medium. Soft medium is the way to go. A red flag, we put it on hards and we go to the end. Okay.
We've got
Albon is still on a
44 laps ahead
decent,
of us.
is on a good, in a
You
good
can
car,
hear
which
the
means he
excitement
can get
in
into the
crowd
points.
here at the Belgian
Albon,
Grand Prix.
Sargeant might get into the points. It's
And
a
it's
very big
lights
if.
out, and away we go.
But it's not gonna be easy by any stretch of the imagination. We're gonna put them both on a little bit of an aggressive strut. Yeah, come on. Albon is now in P16. Where has this world come to? There we go. 15th.
Anything can happen.
But always after upgrades, this is what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And that's red flag, red flag.
Right then, we can take a look now. It was the Williams
This is just
driver
like the
who
worst
saved
way to start your season, right? Like this is, you've got for the first time you've got some competitive cars, and all of a sudden, you need to restart.
Not for the first time today, the drivers are lined up, awaiting the lights.
And again, You just know that this is it's scripted in the thing. If you've got too many upgrades, you literally screw yourself over. Now it's up to Sargeant to get points for us because that's the only thing that can happen. He's the only one who can get us the points. You know what? I'm gonna put him on standard even. Not even gonna try.
You okay?
All good.
I mean, can we talk about the fact that upgrades are just the worst thing? Especially when you bring them to one race. Just a massive upgrade package just out the window. You have nothing. We have nothing to show for the upgrades we've just made. Nothing, nada, zilch, zero. Well, Sargeant is out of this drive. He no longer has a drive. He should have just taken it easy. I told him to take it easy. He didn't take it easy. He just crashed into somebody and got the penalty as well. So, he's going to have a grid penalty for the next race. Not only has he ruined chances for this race, but he's just ruined his chances for a drive next season. Unless he gets like a podium in the next race, I don't think there is any way that he can make the cut for the drive for next season. This is a cutthroat business, and that's what we're gonna do. How we're gonna treat it. And that's what I feel. That's how I feel we need to handle this. It might also just be a bit rash to do it that way, but I think we can hold out for opportunities. What do you guys think? You think getting Teo Pocher might be a good idea? Not sure. Is it too early to start thinking about replacing drivers?
Oh, we've had a crash.
Oh, there's another crash. Oh, it just might be just this track actually, that just there's a lot of crashing happening, I think. Anyway, with 2 races down, we're gonna leave it at that. Once this finishes, we're gonna see how much of the damage it is. How much did we lose out here? I mean, Alonso looks like he's on fire. The fact that he is yet again probably gonna win this championship if he keeps going like this. But Verstappen is not letting go that easy either, all things considered. Stroll is also, for some reason in this particular save, Stroll is doing pretty well. So in the first lap, he's 13 seconds off the road. I think Alonso has won this pretty, and gets the fastest lap just for good measure as well.
Alonso has done it! Fernando Alonso is today's Grand Prix winner.
Damn.
I'll be honest now, it'd take...
Yeah, the team is not happy there, but Fernando Alonso now takes the lead of the championship with that win. He's now 2 points ahead of Sergio Perez, who was leading apparently, because Max Verstappen is struggling. But let's be honest here. The top 6 are separated by 40 points. And the person in 6th is Max Verstappen. Imagine you saw this as the championship standings. Imagine. The scenes. Even with the best car, not Alexander Albon 2 DNFs, Logan Sargeant 1 DNF. You wanna know something that's crazy right now? Fernando Alonso is leading the championship, but he's got 1 DNF. That's crazy. We didn't even have a chance to do a pit stop. Just like, this is the worst. Alpine decides they want to join the nice club, and Ferrari's like, again, failed to join the nice club. Again. Oh, my. Yeah, 3 million still. It's still a decent haul of money. Take a look at the cars. We just, like, all the upgrades, just, no. They're just gone. 6 million, we're not gonna give 6 million for that. Well, it seems that has cost them, that's cost us massive amount of upgrades. I mean, how terrible is that? They crashed out, and that just caused them to lose their understanding of everything. Okay, at least the underfloor is in. Well, this is to go back to spec 2. Spec 1. We can put these ones on the car, so that's a good thing. Okay, car analysis. Where is the car at? Nowhere. That's literally the worst situation. Okay, let's go to warehouse. Let's see what happens if we put this 2 on suspension. That's 3 things that are on the car. The rest is not. That puts us into the second best car on the grid. Literally, that's like the upgrades we have at our disposal are enough to get us this as a second car on the grid, but it literally just means that we've just destroyed ourselves, basically. Well, with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.